Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm David Talbot, Managing Director and Head of Research here at Red Cloud Securities. Our next presenter is Kiki Smith, the CFO of Ultra Lithium. Ultra is developing its Laguna Verde lithium brine projects in Argentina, and it's got other projects, hard rock projects in Canada and in the USA. So Kiki, you will have 15 minutes, and then we'll have a 5-minute Q&A session at the end. So why don't you take it away?
Thanks a lot, David. Much appreciated. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We're happy to present Ultra Lithium to you. We believe that Ultra Lithium is an excellent investment prospect, and we feel like we've developed a strong strategy as an exploration company. We've established a strong track record of project acquisition and exploration to develop shareholder value. And we think that our projects are now at the point where we can bring them forward and do some significant drilling and some bulk sampling and brine processing testing to bring the projects to the next level and reduce risk and also expand our resource. So our team, key to the success of Ultra Lithium has been our CEO, Dr. Weiguo Lang. He's originally from China, spent many years in Canada and got his PhD in economics from the University of British Columbia. Has been back in Beijing for several years, and he's been able to bridge the Canadian junior space with Chinese investors and has brought some key strategic investors to us. He's also has over 25 years of experience in the junior space in mining and other sectors. And together with Afzaal, our VP Exploration, has done a great job in finding our properties that has built a diversified and strong portfolio for us. Andrew Lee Smith is our Executive Director. He's a professional geologist and with over 30 years experience, and has brought companies all the way from greenfield exploration all the way through to operating mines, and he has 2 operating mines in Africa right now. Afzaal also has 30 years experience as a geologist, and he was one of the early people to enter into the lithium space in 2009 and created that first strong interest in lithium and lithium exploration in the 2000s. He was instrumental in helping RockTech build their Georgia Lake portfolio. And he also found our Georgia Lake properties and our Argentinian properties as well. And myself, I have 20 years of experience working in the public company space as an accountant in various functions, compliance, as well as in the finance area. So our projects, our flagship is our Georgia Lake and Florgan Lake hard rock mining lithium project in Northern Ontario, Canada. We are very excited about this project and are planning a drill program for it this year. And we'll be talking a little bit more about that in a few minutes. We also have a standalone salar in the Catamarca province of Argentina, which has 3 brine lithium licenses, which we are also drilling this spring. We have 50 claims staked in Big Smoky Valley in the United States, just north of the Silver Peak mine. And we also have some gold properties in La Rioja province, Argentina, which came to us through the Ministry of Mining in La Rioja. They actually asked us to take them on because we had been communicating with them in relation to lithium properties, and they had developed a strong relationship with us and wanted someone to take those properties on that could do something with them down the road. The gold properties are in our back pocket right now. Our focus is really Ontario and Argentina. Right timing, I won't spend a lot of time on this, as I'm sure everyone on the line here is aware of what's been happening in the lithium space. Suffice it to say that lithium prices have reached record highs again this year, and the supply constraints remain, and demand is still outstripping supply and looks to continue that way over the next few years. Our share structure, we have 131 million shares outstanding. 6.4 million options, and 18.5 million warrants. Fully diluted, we would end up at around 156 million shares outstanding. And we're trading on the TSXV, the OTCQB, and also on the Frankfurt Exchange, and we've been trading at around 30 cents. Our key shareholders are Mr. Lang, our CEO. He owns 9% of the company. Mr. Chow, our chairman, owns 22%. He's the CEO and chairman of the Lithium Group, which is one of the largest vehicle retailers in China. And so we're a very far upstream investment for him. But being in the vehicle space, he's certainly understood the growth in the demand for electric vehicles, electric batteries, and of course the components and the materials required to make those batteries. And he's been invested with us for several years now, going back to 2016. The Zhang Group owns 17%. THPJX is out of Singapore, and they just participated in our placement that closed in December. Beijing Explorers owns 6%. They're a geophysics group in the lithium space, and they participated in a placement with us a couple of years ago. So our key shareholders own approximately 64% of the company. And we do have some sophisticated Chinese investors, which gives us a vote of confidence. Our Chinese investors are in for the long term. They're not trading, and they're not looking to get out after a 4-month hold. They want to see us succeed and get all the way to production. Our objectives are to expand our North American shareholder participation and to increase awareness in North America. And so our program here with Red Cloud is a big step in that direction. And we are happy to have you on the line to learn more about us. So this is just a quick snapshot of some of our peers in the space. We feel that we're undervalued based on where we're at the moment. And just want to draw your eye to the bottom of this slide, RockTech, which is one of our neighbors, and which I mentioned Afzaal helped to build their Georgia Lake portfolio of licenses. They're a little further down the path and into the processing stage. So it gives a sense of where we could be in a few years. So now I'll give you some more details regarding our individual projects and give you a summary of those. So Georgia Lake is in the Thunder Bay area of Northwestern Ontario. We have 88 mining claims there, which we've staked. This area has been a historical lithium mining and exploration area dating back to the 1950s when there was a demand for lithium for use in rocket fuel. The area is a stable mining jurisdiction, has supportive First Nations, has excellent infrastructure. We're about an hour and a half away from a port, good highways, good electrical power, and lots of personnel available. So the geology of Georgia Lake, the majority of the pegmatites are hosted in Archean metasediments. Spodumene is our lithium bearing material. And there are some other rare metals, including niobium, tantalum, rubidium, and beryllium, and cesium. And there are some other minerals in the area, including feldspar, quartz, and mica. We have 8 pegmatites and the Georgia Lake claim block, and then there's another 6 on the Forgan Lake claim block. So in 2016, we carried out a program of prospecting and grab sampling. And on the right there, you can see a photo of Afzaal, our VP Exploration, and Andy Smith on site. So the results of that, we had 21 samples. 10 of those samples were over 1% lithium oxide, 5 were over 2%, and the highest one was 2.7%. And we also had some anomalous values of tantalum, niobium, beryllium, and rubidium. And spodumene was the lithium-bearing mineral. In the fall of 2016, we completed a program of stripping, trenching, and channel sampling. And the work there indicated 1% lithium over 1 to 3 meter widths. And then we followed up in the spring of 2017 by drilling 4 short holes of 8 meters deep. And the results there was 0.76 to 1.42% lithium oxide over widths of 1 to 5 meters. So our plan moving forward with Georgia Lake, we did do a flow-through financing, which closed in December. And we raised $1.1 million in flow-through, which we are planning to do a 2,000 meter drill program this spring and to be completed by the end of the summer. We believe that the property has the potential to produce a small to medium scale oxide concentrate of about 20,000 tons per year. That's our long-term focus on that. We also did a bulk sample of 200 tons of material this fall, and have sent that out to SGS for metallurgical testing. And we've been working closely with the First Nations and communicating with them to coordinate our programs going forward. So now we'll move forward towards our Forgan Lake property. So this is a newer acquisition for us. We entered an option to acquire this in September 2018. And this is a higher grade pegmatite project. We have 18 cell claims and 2 boundary claims. And again, it has a historical work. So it's a brownfield property. There was 39 holes over 3,000 meters drilled in the 1950s. We did some channel sampling and we found an average of 2.57% lithium oxide over a width of 21 feet. And we also had some samples from 80 feet that averaged 4.23% lithium oxide over 24.5 feet. And an additional 2 that were 1.98% lithium oxide. So this is a higher grade pegmatite project. Moving on to Argentina, our project Laguna Verde is a standalone salar, which was a new discovery made by Afzaal. It is in the lithium triangle that encompasses the northwest corner of Argentina and Chile and parts of Bolivia. We are in the Catamarca province, which is a very mining-friendly jurisdiction, both in the mining ministry and also the local community has been working really well with us. Our licenses cover 7,500 hectares of land. And we, again, have just mobilized our driller to go on there, and our first drill hole would be completed at the end of March. So historically, in 2017, we did 2 rounds of surface sampling, and which indicated high-grade brine discovery. And we had lithium values in the range of 14 ppm to 1270 ppm, and potassium values of 262 ppm to 15,000 ppm. And we were really also encouraged that our magnesium to lithium ratio was low, which bodes well for future commercialization because our costs to remove the magnesium will be significantly lower than they could be in other circumstances. We received permits to do some ground geophysics in 2018. And we did a total of 39.2 line kilometers of ground geophysics. And the results indicated a potential salar area of 23 square kilometers with a core zone of 3.4 square kilometers to a depth of 225 meters. And we can do immediate trial evaporation testing on these. And I think these images are quite informative in terms of where the concentrations of the lithium is. In 2018, we also did some evaporation test work. We took a bulk sample of 4,000 liters of brine and took it to our lab in Salta. And we just did a natural evaporation process. And the results indicated that the values increased from 391 ppm to 7,000 ppm, so about 20 times with a recovery of 57.45% lithium through just simple evaporation. So that was encouraging that we could get lithium from just a simple evaporation process. So to summarize our upcoming catalysts, as I mentioned, we did do a financing in December, and of that, 1.1 million of that was flow through, and we are commencing a drill program of about 2,000 meters for Georgia Lake and Forgan Lake, which we anticipate will be completed by the end of the summer. We've sent our bulk sample in for metallurgical testing. And as we progress with the drilling, we will start to begin resource estimation and do a plan for additional drilling to expand our resource numbers. For Laguna Verde, we are also planning a drilling program, which has just begun as well. We intend to do 1,200 meters by the end of the spring. And our driller is on site, and we anticipate that the first hole will be completed by the end of March. We are also doing, continuing with bench scale, pilot scale evaporation test work. Our Big Smoky claims, we did some work in the Big Smoky area back in 2015-16 and did some geophysical work then, and we will be reinterpreting the geophysical results to establish some new drill targets. And our gold projects, they're in our back pocket. We will likely be JVing those with an appropriate party and to move those along. So that's the basics of ultra lithium. Not sure if I'm at the 15-minute mark or not, but I appreciate your interest in us, and I'll pass it on to Dave for any questions that we might have.
Great, thank you, Kiki. We have about 3 minutes for questions here, so why don't we kick it off? You have several different types of lithium and gold projects in various jurisdictions. Now, how do you determine priorities within your pipeline?
So our priorities are, our general principle is that we did want to have a diversified portfolio of lithium projects. So we wanted to have brine property, and we wanted to have hard rock property. And we did want to develop those concurrently. And that is actually what we're doing. So our two key priorities are Georgia Lake and Laguna Verde. And we are bringing them forward concurrently. And we plan to continue to do that going forward.
Right. Okay. And I did notice that one of your goals is to broaden your shareholder base in North America. With key shareholders holding about 64% of the company, has that been a limitation to liquidity at this point? So
because we are tightly held and our Chinese shareholders do not trade, their shares are in the drawer and they have a long-term horizon. We have had some challenges with liquidity. During the last 12 months, though, our liquidity has been improving as North American interest and awareness has increased. So we've seen a gradual progression in that area, and we anticipate that that will continue to improve.
Okay. And I was going to ask this question about the Canadian projects, but I think I'll open it up to both at Canada and Argentina. Is your goal really to produce concentrates, or are you planning to go the full lithium carbonate, lithium hydroxide route?
We definitely want to take it at the very least to the concentrate stage, and are looking at the possibility also, if we can find the right partners, to go all the way towards lithium hydroxide.
Yeah. Okay. And then, we're up on time. So I guess the final question is on gold. Are there any plans to divest the gold projects, or perhaps spin them out to shareholders or a new company?
That is likely what we will be doing with those, either divest it or JV it and let another party run those. So
right. Okay.
Our focus is on the lithium piece.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you, David.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Kiki. Thank you everyone for joining us. This was our final talk for a very successful day one, where we saw 37 companies and 2 keynote speakers speak. Please tune in again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, when we have Kessel Run Resources on stream 1 and Karora Resources on stream 2. Okay, thank you very much, Kiki.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Dave.